No, maybe something will happen here. I don't know, the duel, whatever. Or maybe the duel will be in the arena. It makes sense if it is in the arena, because this is something public. So, let's keep going on.
Leave me!
Are you Sven?
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Piss off!
I wouldn't play the hero if I were you.
You don't know me.
I spoke to your father.
Ha! I'll wager he told you the sad story of Sven, who needs to be rescued.
I'm no wandering knight, and you're no princess in distress. I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better when they kill you?
I'll certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Edern?
No, we'll fight as a pair against Latond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's petal.
Why do you wish to help me?
I like to level the chances.
I'm not a fan of uneven fights.
How much did he pay you?
Nothing.
Your father could never afford my fee.
Alright. Well, we could have a fight. I mean, honestly, I really want to find Roche. But... I don't know. Maybe let's conclude this. I sold a lot of my stuff to this guy.
I'm a bit scared of going against the saint.
The enemy have fed you their propaganda.
Oh, look at this rug.
What if she's
It's a
truly
pig.
an anointed bird?
Actually, never noticed before.
Don't worry
Would
about
you?
it. The Witcher will take care of everything.
Okay, nothing.
Get a hold of yourself, soldier.
Well, these guys are here chilling. Oh, you're it. Right, we're here. Let's do it.
It seems we'll be slaughtering squirrels again.
I'm looking for Letond Avet, the butcher of Cidaris.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most themselves at the sight of my sword.
They say you're equal to a witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
We'll see.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Cadweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysum, known also as the Petal. If Latond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the Petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Latond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
Surprised! They have a hand in every rebellion, every evil cause.
You know me, I'm not prejudiced. But I don't get it. What's wrong with those
So-
humans?
Okay, so we're doing
alien
this. Why
races.
not?
We'll never understand
It's gonna be
them.
an interesting evening. Do I feel ready enough for a fight? I suppose I do. Oh, you're here, right?
Aunt? Has he agreed?
Yes,
Some eh?
unique among them. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
Let's go get him.
Let's do this.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms, shortly in the arena you shall witness the famed Letond Avet, known also as the Butcher of Cidaris, at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Petal Lysum. Opposing them are Sven of... Somewhere and Geralt of Rivia, Witcher! May the gods favor the better men!
But can I use my Witcher's
Begin!
stuff?
Everything's in good order.
Can I use my Witcher things or not? Turn around, you! You're cool.
Everything's in good order.
I don't know if I want to use my my powers. Really. I'm using Quen, though. Maybe I wasn't ready for this, yeah. Oh no! Really?
What?
It ruined everything, that medallion. What they have. Really. Everything ruined. I'm not even joking.
He is an homunculus, conceived by the sorceresses everything's in good order. And Sabrina Glevity.
No, I mean, I feel bad using my Witcher powers, but seriously, guys. I'm all based on them. By the way, I want Ard. I have very few points in combat, I'm not joking.
Everything's in good order.
Unfortunately.
As such, he is an unnatural king. Enemy of men and gods.
Well, I don't think...
Everything's in good order.
You're running a lot, man. Yeah, I need to use my powers, otherwise I don't have riposte, I don't have anything. That's the way I chose to fight, so... That's it. It's not very honorable, but... Oh no, no!
Hail to the victor!
What happened?
Glory to the vanquished! The prize in the contest was a noble title.
What happened?
Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the young Sven. Heralds will announce the subsequent duels. Long live King Henselt!
I didn't see how this
Long
ended.
live Edwin!
Because I think I targeted somebody else, or was it you, Sven? That you were done with the other guy? But did we kill them then? I can sell that. I don't know, maybe that sword is better than my steel ones. One. Well, Sven, so what do we do now? You staying here? Alright then. Yeah, I have, basically I have all my points in science, people. And I feel bad using them against somebody that doesn't have any magic powers, but I don't have a different choice. I think the only point in combat that I have is, I have both points in that when you're being hit from behind, you take less and less damage, and I have upgraded that to 2. So I have to fight with signs, whether I want it or not.
Thank you. You salvaged my honor.
He salvaged that foolish head of yours.
I'm a knight now. The king himself will do the honors.
You were born in a pigsty with a labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing will change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
I didn't demand anything. But what would I ask him?
Everything has its price.
What is it you wish?
Information on those who carry square coins.
Okay.
Father!
Silence! Why do you need to know?
I just need to know what this is all about.
It's a long story.
Tell me.
I've got time.
It started before the victory at Brenna, when we split Edirn between ourselves and Nilfgaard. We were shamed throughout the north.
What's that got to do with the coins?
Everyone wanted to thrash the Black Ones, not play brother to them. A group of officers hatched a plot. The coins their mark. I don't know who gathered the first group of plotters, but the seeds of the scheme fell on fertile soil and sprouted quickly. Then came Brenna, and it all died down. The plotters themselves lost direction, though it seems they resurfaced recently.
Is Henselt dealing with Nilfgaard again?
Who knows? But he's welcomed that shriveled old bat here and spends time in discussions with him. That plot, well, the lads just want to prevent the Black Ones from meddling in our affairs. Not more.
You know a lot. You got a coin?
I'm old, and know that he who gains power loses his heart. I'm past the age of taking the crown off one head and placing it on another. But my son still believes a monarch can be just. Why must you know if I've a coin?
I can't say.
And neither can you, Father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carr's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy. The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her you want her smile to open the gates of paradise.
Okay,
Are
so...
we even?
Yes.
Yeah.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult foe, even for you.
So, this was a different way from Odrin to get your information, sadly. I mean, sadly or not, well... I want to know more about this.
Witcher.
What?
The king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before
Exactly.
he moves against Edirn.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
Fine. But really, I'm not. I wanted to know more about these conspirators before going straight up to death mode, because I don't know if I myself like Henselt or not. Anyway, with all the information we have now, we can kind of form an idea about what's going on. We have many forces into play, though. I was thinking about the Kingslayer and the relationship he could have, and who is behind him, if anybody. And, you know, another person could be Henselt himself. Because, I mean, even this story of the coins in the journal is described differently why these coins came into place. I think the journal talked about him trying to take Edirn in a dishonorable way, but not about splitting it with Nilfgaard. I'm really confused because I don't know how all these events came to be. I don't know if I should believe Dandelions' journal or what this guard told me. I don't know. Did he try maybe to split Edirn before Damavend was dead? So by taking Edirn, the journal didn't mean by force, so attacking, but
What else am I to do?
by negotiating with the Nilfgaardians. It could be, and I misinterpreted. So that's still dishonorable, yeah, probably from the point of view of all these soldiers that have fought wars with Nilfgaard. But then Brenna happened. Yeah, so the big war with Nilfgaard happened. So I'm having a very difficult time keeping track of historical events and the chronologies and everything. And that's very important to know, and I'm surprised this game doesn't give you more. Disappointed and surprised. Anyway, there could be anybody behind Liso, really. Even King Henselt himself, because why not? He could be playing coy right now, and he could have just bought Leto to kill everybody. Foltest, Damavend, probably Radovid at some point. Why not? I mean, or it could be Nilfgaard itself that's destabilizing everything, right? Legitimate option. They hire this guy and they kill kings and they destabilize a whole portion of the world, the whole north or whatever. I still don't know how I am geographically. I still don't know where this country are located geographically. I really needed to find a map or something. A map that I can read, not the ones in-game that I cannot read. Thank you. CD Projekt Red, you could have put, you know, a normal map that I could read and understand. It would have been helpful. I don't know why these games are so bent on not making me understand history and factions. That's why I try to talk with everybody and gain every little bit of information, even if it is subjective information that I have to handle with care. And then there are the sorceresses and the Saskia, if the sorceresses are behind Saskia. I have no proof of that. But the sorceresses might want to get rid of kings, to put their pawns on thrones. So all of these are legitimate options. I want to go... But by the way, where is the brothel?
You have to sit it out like hens on their eggs.
Well, I'll look it up in the quest log.
Just disappear. They say only a spell will lift it.
Who are you? Can you talk to me?
Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, dog of war.
What?
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain.
Oh, so these are mercenaries. You're famous? What are you here to... So many questions.
Is Henselt paying you to wait?
Curiosity itching you, Witcher. Not the best trait to have in wartime.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Deathmole's given us silver-plated weapons and protective amulets. On your advice, as I heard it. We're to observe the mist and, if need be, drive off the wraiths.
How many mercenaries you got watching the fog?
I've got them spread out in small groups around campfires. And how many we number? Well, that's my concern alone.
So many interesting things.
Since you're already watching it, pay attention to the size of the cloud. I need to know if it's expanding.
Well...
How fast?
It's almost imperceptible, but it's constant.
Oh.
A foot, perhaps 2 a day. What does that mean?
Means I have to hurry.
Yeah.
Were you here 3 years ago during the last battle for Vergen?
Bradley's Blue Banner was. They were decimated by mages. The survivors enlisted with us.
Okay.
They weren't eager to talk about it, and we didn't press them.
No lack of work for your kind.
Mercenary might just be the surest profession these days. Sign of the times.
I heard you gained fame during the wars with Nilfgaard.
Our fees have doubled since the Battle of Brenna. As it turns out, it was worth risking our necks.
I once knew a female mercenary. Did I?
I wouldn't mind learning some details about Brenna from someone who played first fiddle there.
Constable Natalis commanded the Nordlings.
Oh.
The Nilfgaardians mounted a vicious attack. And if not for us and the Dun Banner, the collected armies of the North probably would have shattered into bits. Luckily, we showed up at the right time, withstood the assault and came out victorious. We earned every last copper we were paid. 50,000 Nilfgaardians shattered their teeth trying to bite at us. Menno Cohorn, their commander-in-chief, chose death over humiliation. Like in every battle, it was a question of timing, taking advantage of the foe's missteps, and a bit of luck.
You see, I didn't know about Natalis being there. These are all things that I should know. But, well...
Must be fatiguing, fighting all the time.
I took a little time off recently. Something along the lines of a honeymoon. But I like my craft, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
I knew one of your kind once. Woman by the name of Rayla.
Oh?
Killed by an elf's treacherous arrow. She made a mistake. Let her emotions take control. This profession requires cold calculation.
What emotions? She's got it. I don't... I remember when she died, but I don't think there was anything emotional involved. When she died the first time, I mean. But Rayla wasn't with... She was a mercenary, but wasn't with these ones. Well, I don't really remember. Okay, then. Maybe I could do some arm wrestling just because I want informations. Maybe I could do it in my own time and tell you if I find any interesting information.
Does Henselt pay his mercenaries well?
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits, to be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
Yes.
Sorry guys, I pushed a button while Garrett was talking, but well, you can read the subtitles, so right then.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coin.
That was a very interesting
Grown
talk.
lads with their arses in the air, scavenging round the tents like idiots.
Where are these coins from, if there wasn't a single one when they were pitching camp? I smell a rat.
What's that? Is that the moon? Oh, look at the comet again. It's very static. It's the moon so bright? Should I talk with the Henselt? Should I talk with the people here? Why not? Maybe Henselt has some other stuff to say to me. What do I know?
Greetings, Witcher.
Huh.
The sight of your camp must instill fear in your enemies' hearts. I'm certain the stench does.
Normal military conditions, Witcher. Boiling cabbage, stale sweat, and the smell of fear. They're constant companions in the expansion of any great empire.
Thanks for the history lesson. I take it you'll wait until the last minute to bring the remaining troops across.
Great empire?
Nothing sinks defenders' hearts more than steady increases in their enemies' ranks.
Oh.
Though I'll say these Vergen sons of are worthy foes and won't flee so easily. It's good having a neighbor who knows how to fight.
I'm not sure the people of Edirn share that sentiment.
So there is another part of the army that, as I imagined, was ours. The other side of the river. I could see it from the coast when I went down to pick up Bodrin. He's trying to expand. He's always been trying to expand, from what I understand. He probably wants to be the emperor of his own thing. You know, I have no quarrel with countries and kings and stuff like that. But it does bug me when they try to expand without no real reason. If everybody stays in its place, everything would be fine. There would be squabbles, yes, still, but you know, just be good neighbors and be happy of what you have, I suppose, and don't be greedy. But I mean, the Nilfgaardians are just doing the same that Hansel's doing. They're expanding, always ever expanding. I know less about them, so I can't really express myself completely, but
Deathmold was kind enough to help me. I may be able to lift the curse sooner than I thought.
Details don't interest me. I expect results. That said, Master Geralt, what would you say to a long-term offer?
No.
Protection, for instance.
No, please.
If it involves eliminating monsters, then yes.
That's perfect. My regal person is at all times threatened by potential monsters.
Not the same. I'm ill-suited to being a bodyguard.
You tread upon a slippery meadow, Witcher. Beware, it's strewn with the nastiest cow pies. I'm not one to be refused.
Is that a threat? Wow, there is no yes? I mean, I did it for Foltest, I cannot do it for him? Wow, if that's not the game telling you that he's bad, I don't know what else it is. Game tells you things, sometimes. Well, I wouldn't have helped the Foltest either, but I didn't have any control over that because the game began with that. But I certainly don't want to be a bodyguard for Henselt. Genuinely.
It would run counter to Witcher rules, Your Majesty. I don't meddle in politics. I agreed to lift the curse because that's a part of my profession.
True.
And I usually get what I want.
Oh.
I still refuse. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it, and the bodyguard with moral dilemmas is not likely to provide the best protection.
Seems logical, though I'd even say it contains a hint of a threat.
Oh, well, we're threatening each other.
Congratulations, Witcher! You've managed to piss me off and entertain me at the same time.
Well, I have many talents. Oh, God, I really don't like this guy. This guy is almost as bad. Oh, look at the moon. Yeah, that's the moon. Look at how big it is. This guy is almost as bad as Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard's probably worse because Nilfgaard is sly and is buying countries with excuses and, you know, destabilizing them if they are the ones destabilizing them. But this guy at least wages war, you know, and yet he still manages to be a horrible person. I needed to move from those two guys because the dialogue is really drowning me, and I've heard that 1,000 times already, probably. Yeah, comfortable. That's how I don't feel in here. You said it,
out like hens on their eggs
Geralt.
until this mist
Greetings, Master Witcher.
So what should we do now? What is the brothel, by the way?
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet.
Ah, yeah.
Coins,
I needed to talk. I
need
needed to look at my quest log and put things in order. So I'll go sell some stuff because I have stuff to sell. Because I have stuff to sell, and then I will look at my journal.